Hey, what's going on? Time for another 2-minute drill on 1520 KOLM The Ticket. Scotty Matthews along with my buddy Frank Spade. What's up, man? How you been?
I'm good. How you doing, Scotty?
Pretty good, man. We never see each other, so I thought we'd catch up with some Minnesota talk, some sports, and all the good things happening around here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on the last few days, hasn't there? Lots of news in the area. First and foremost, we called it weeks ago, right?
We kind of did.
And it happened.
That's right. It happened earlier on Monday morning. Karl-Anthony Towns unanimously voted the Rookie of the Year. And he deserved it. I mean, there wasn't anybody even close to getting it.
Yeah, all 131st place votes. Only the fifth player in NBA history to get that. A couple of the other names are Blake Griffin and David Robinson.
I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, they both pretty good players or have had pretty good careers.
I mean, the T-Wolf center, he averaged 18.1 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks. And more importantly, he helped the Wolves win 13 more games than he did the previous season.
And he's only 20 years old.
Oh, yeah, and there's that.
Huge upside, right? 1 year at Kentucky, now 1 year in the NBA. There's a lot of upside to this guy. Plus, second one in a row for the Wolves, right? Andrew Wiggins last year. Mm-hmm. We're doing well. We got some really good pieces. I think Thibodeau should be pretty excited about what he's coming into.
Absolutely. I mean, ending a 12-season playoff drought should be first and foremost on their agenda for next season. You know, breaking 40 wins would be nice, but even if we just sneak in as the 8th seed, that's a win right there.
Yeah, exactly. We need some playoff basketball in this state. Speaking of playoff basketball, well, okay, maybe not playoff basketball. First game of the season, Minnesota Lynx took on Phoenix and took them to the woodshed, shall we say. Won by 19 points.
More importantly, they bounced back from a miserable debut here in Rochester where they lost by, 20 points to the Mystics?
Yep, they came down to Rochester a couple weeks ago for that preseason game. Didn't look like they were quite ready for the season to start, but this weekend was a different story, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's nice to see them bounce back and play some good basketball, some Lynx basketball, championship caliber stuff.
Definitely. And, we had Maya Moore with us a couple weeks ago. She opened the season 27 points, 10 assists. So I think she's ready to play.
Absolutely. And she's always going to give her best every single night. Her, Lindsay Whalen, the whole team, they know how to win, and they're going to be top 2, if not top 3 in the league for a couple more years. They're still relatively young.
Definitely. I mean, in terms of WNBA, the word dynasty is not too far from the truth, is it? 3 in the last 5 years, and, there's no reason they can't make a run for it again this year.
No, there's no signs of them slowing down as long as they stay healthy, and that's always the key word. Can the players stay healthy? Lindsay is one of the elder stateswomen on the team, and, where she goes, the rest of the team kind of follows.
Yeah, fortunately, they've got Mayo Clinic right in the building, right?
It's good that they have that in their back pocket to rely on.
Exactly,
Brand new
isn't it?
Facility up there, too.
Yeah, and all of the intelligence as far as staying healthy that Mayo Clinic can bring, that can't hurt them, can it?
No, absolutely not. So we got some good vibes going with hoops. What else has been happening?
Well, University of Minnesota has hired a new athletic director. From what I understand, he was really the only finalist.
He was.
Mark Coyle.
I'd never heard his name before until last week, but he is one of us. He's from Minnesota.
He was at the U of M as an associate athletic director for about 5 years, I think 2005 to 2010. Yeah. So he's familiar with the U of M, but he's going to have a lot of work to do because, while a lot of their smaller sports, shall we say, have been pretty successful, including the softball team that just won the Big Ten title this last weekend. But the sports that make the money are the sports that have been struggling. The football, men's basketball. They got some work to do in those 3 big sports.
They just got to keep Patino grounded and make sure he does the right thing. And they got to worry more about what's going on the court as opposed to off of it. But that's what we got so far for you for the 2-minute drill. Again, you can always look us up on Facebook, 1520 The Ticket, and check our website, 1520theticket.com. Frank Spade, thanks for joining us, man.
You bet, man. Enjoy it.